What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In these weeks we're going to be going over weeks 4 and 5, where we're going to be taking on Stanford and Arizona State. And these were some really good games that we played, some really tight games, and I feel like this team is really coming together. I feel like I'm learning how to play with this team a lot more and knowing what we can and can't do. And then also, I'm going into these games scouting the other team's offense a lot more, knowing what their quarterback can and can't do. And going into this game, we knew that their quarterback really didn't want to throw the ball downfield. His deep accuracy wasn't really that good. They like to throw a lot of short, medium stuff. And so we bottled that up very quickly in the first drive, and they didn't get anything. So scouting the team coming into the game really helps out when we get a great punt return here by I think that's Bell. But yeah, the team is coming together, and I think we're gonna have a really good season. This game, Dalton threw for 16. He threw 16 for 28, 182 yards, a touchdown, and yes, 3 interceptions for 57%. And that's why we have to keep the ball on the ground. We have to keep the ball on the ground because our quarterback is just not that good, and our blocking isn't that good either. We can't hold blocks for long, and when that happens, I just throw the ball up in the air and it gets intercepted. So we get a field goal in our first drive, and here they are still trying to dink and dunk, and now they're trying to run the ball. We know what they want to do though. You know, they want to dink and dunk and run the ball, and we kind of figure that out. But they do get away with a nice little scramble here. So, you know, we're not going to be able to stop them every time. But the defense is coming around really nice this year. I've tried very hard to stay away from man coverage. That's a great throw there. But sometimes I do get burned when I use man coverage. Our secondary is still not good. So you're gonna see me still play a lot of zone with this team the entire year, and maybe a lot next year also, until we get better players. Because once we go to man, it's automatic. We're just gonna get beat, and that's a great run there by one of our backup running backs. And we have a 3 running back system. It's not just one running back. Ty Hardy, he can't carry the load. It's a 3 running back system, and it's been working for us, and I like it so far. It's another great pass there, and this is a great play here.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh no! Are you serious? That's how I'm gonna throw my... Well, not a great play for us, but a great play for them. They get a pick off of a tipped pass for the touchdown, and Stanford is gonna go up 10-3. That's how they scored their first touchdown. I was so stunned by what I just seen. We were playing really good, and we were stopping them. We were playing really good defense, and we were kind of moving the ball. And then that happens. So they're gonna go and they're gonna get that field goal, and they're gonna go up 10-3. And I was just kind of stunned. And then I just keep beating myself up. I forget that I changed my meter settings on my punting, and the punt goes maybe 10 to 15 yards. So here we are again, trying to defend them and not trying to let them score a touchdown or anything like that. We play really good defense, and we stopped them, and then they have to go for a field goal, and this is what's gonna happen. We blocked it. Get that man. Yes, we block their field goal. They do not score 3 points. It is still 10-3. And here we are running the ball with Ty, our best player on the team. He can't do it all, but sometimes he has to. I just have to make sure it's in different spurts. It can't be all at once because his wear and tear is just gonna burn out, and that's a great move by Young there. And he can't do it all, but here we're gonna give him the ball and he's gonna do it all for us for the touchdown. And things are looking good. Things are looking really, really good right now. We're about to tie this game up. It's about to be halftime, and things are looking really good. And we might come away with the upset here. We might become maybe 3-2, maybe. But Stanford comes out in the second half, and they decide they're just going to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And for some reason, we could not stop them. I don't know what got into them. I don't know what their coach said to them in the locker room at halftime, but they just ran the ball all over us. And we couldn't do anything to stop it. Like nothing. We ran blitz, linebacker blitz, DB blitz. We tried every single blitz, and nothing worked. And we're just not good. We're just not good, and this is what's gonna happen now.
Hand off from the shotgun.
Ain't no way!
Touchdown, Stanford!
A nice little broken tackle for the touchdown, and now they're up 17-10, but it's not over yet.
He's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
What the hell just happened? What?
Touchdown, Cardinal!
Yeah, we go to man, and that's what happened. We get burned, and that's what happens. They run the ball, they run the ball, they run the ball. You go switch to man because you're blitzing, and then you get burned. We finally come right here towards the end of the game, and we score a touchdown. And we're trying to make a comeback. We're trying to make a comeback, but we know that passing is just not our thing. And every time we put the ball in the air, it can be an underthrow, it can be an overthrow, it can be an interception. We just don't know. So we're playing some defense here, and then we come away with a crucial sack. It is now 3rd and 20. That is a big, big sack by our defense. And, it's 3rd and 20. But now we have the ball, and we tried to sneak them with a little draw play, but it didn't work. And here we are still with the ball, trying to work the ball down the field. 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. We're trying to do whatever we can. Still trying to run the ball. Maybe just fool them a little bit because they're in zone. And here we are again. We've got them that time, but we got stopped at the 10-yard line. And now it's 1 minute and 25 seconds left. And then we fumble because our offensive lineman got block shedded. And now it is 2nd and 18. And we're just trying to hope for the best here. And that's just what it is. Once we get into these long passing downs, it just doesn't look good. And then they're just going to come away and they're just going to do whatever they want because we can't get open. And then there's an underthrow, just like I mentioned. And then they're going to come away with the win. Stanford's going to come away with the win, 24-17. We had this game. And then just a couple of mistakes here and there. Playing man defense, them being able to run the ball in the second half. And they took control. And they came away with the win. Ty came away with 87 rushing yards. Amari came away with 46. And Terrence came away with 24. So a good three down running back system. But, if that's all we can do, then it's really not going to work out well for us because we need a little bit more than that if we can't really throw the ball because it's the Pac-12 is tough. It's very tough. So we're going to be heading on into the next game here. Now, Arizona State. This game was very, very interesting. This was a very, defensive game. And it was a surprising defensive game because I didn't think that we would fare well against them when it came to matchups. But you know, me doing my scouting, knowing what they like to do, I said, okay, they have a really good running back. They want to run the ball. Let's stop that from happening. Let's make them try and put the ball in the air and see if we can stop them. But at least in the first quarter, we did a really good job stopping the run. We made them punt the ball a lot, actually. I think they punt the ball about 5 or 6 times. No, they punted the ball 4 times, but it seems like they punted the ball way more than that because we were playing really good defense. But I felt really, really good about the defense in the first quarter until it got late into the game. But defense right now playing really good. 4th and 10. We're getting sacks. We're getting pressure. They don't know what they're going to do. And we're feeling good. Here we are running the ball, doing what we do best. And there's a flag on the field. And this is what's going to hamper us the entire season. If we get stuck behind the sticks and it's like 1st and 15 or 1st and 20, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have to drop back. Offensive line can't hold blocks. Quarterback is going to get hit. They're going to blitz us. We're going to overthrow receivers. And we're just going to have to punt the ball. Pretty much, we're just going to have to vacate the drive if we get a penalty like that, because that's a lot of yards for us to make up that we just can't really do. And one thing that I learned to do on defense is instead of going for interceptions, just swat the ball down. There were so many times in this game where my defender was slightly beat and I knew I wasn't going to get the interception, and I just hit the swap button and it just saved me entirely. And I'm like, I'm using this for the rest of the season now. It is so amazing.
Dropping back, it's Dalton.
Oh my gosh.
He's got an open man.
Oh my gosh.
Takes it in for a touchdown.
And then we go down and we strike first blood against Arizona State. If I can remember, I think Arizona State is the team last year that put up 83 points against us. It was either Arizona State or Arizona. One of these teams put up 83 points against us last year. And we didn't forget that. So we strike first blood. We're playing good defense. And that is a mean stiff for them. They're still trying to run the ball. And we're doing really good. Now here we are in the second quarter. They're trying to figure out what to do. And we got a nice hit. He drops the ball 4th and inches. And their star running back is injured, but he's going to return later in the game, so he'll be back, sadly. And then they're going to go and they're going to try for a field goal. And I think they're going to make this. But, 7-3, we were feeling really, really good. And I think going forward for the rest of the season, I have a plan on how I'm going to attack these teams when it comes to defense. And I don't know what Arizona State was thinking there. I don't know if they didn't have any timeouts or what, but clock ran out. We're going into halftime, and not really much going on, especially on the ground. They don't really have many third down conversions. Neither do we. A lot of punts going on. It's a 6-7 game. It's almost like we're playing in the early 2000s right now. Two teams want to establish the run, and nothing's really going on. But feeling really good about the defense and how we're playing. And I think that this team is really making a turnaround going towards the second half of the season. Here we are, end of the third quarter, and Arizona State comes out, just like Stanford, and they said, we're going to come out and we're just going to run the ball. We're just going to run the ball. And they passed it there. But other than that, they came out and said, we have a star running back and we're going to run the ball. And you can't stop us. And we almost come away with the sack here, and he gets away, slides down in his 3rd and 6. And we're trying our best to get a stop. We don't want them to score a touchdown. And then he throws it right in my face. And I thought I hit triangle, and I didn't. But they're 1st and goal. We get a stop, and we're looking good.
Running back on the ground.
Now the play fake.
Oh my gosh, what a play fake. What a play fake.
They've got the lead here in the 4th.
It was looking good until we got hit with that mean play. I can't even say it. That play fake. It had me stuttered then. That play fake just had me all bamboozled. And then they go for 2, and then they get it. And then after that, the rails just falls off. And then we throw an interception because I'm trying to bring us back. And then there is a pick 6. And then they just take off from there and take over the game. And that's how that game turns out. But I am very optimistic about this team, because even in season 2, we were getting blown out. In season 3, we're not getting blown out. These are close games. And if I could just make some different decisions here and there, and some different play calls and some different schemes, we can win some of these games. Some of these teams are rated low, and we can win some of these games. I guarantee we're going to win at least 2 more games this season. But I thank you all for watching. I hope you guys all had a great time watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.